You had a takeaway, didn't you? If your stomach's full or whatever, it's a takeaway. I didn't even heat it up because it was hot enough for you when it arrived. Is that right?
It's nice.
It was really Jenna.
The takeaway was really hot this morning.
Was it? Well, that was good in a way, yes.
Yeah.
They say make sure your food is hot if it's got to be cooked. Don't they?
Do, yeah.
Says Jennifer. Tell me when you want to get back on that taxi book for you, Janestra.
Yeah, I went to
I'll
work.
book it as usual. You tell me. I'll give you the money, etc. before you go.
It's just the roads are busy.
Me?
It's the school.
No, that's my, I like to give and I always have, haven't I?
No, what I was saying was it's a school run from 3 till 4, so I usually go after 4.
Well, I don't take a taxi, so I don't know, and Jennifer doesn't.
No, but...
And that's not being that. That's to be truthful, isn't it? Because I certainly don't. If I needed a taxi, I would have one. But I haven't needed one, have I?
No.
Big Jennifer hasn't.
No.
Something else you can have. Your marshmallows. Because they're softer. You like those, don't you?
Thank you.
There's your marshmallows, Janestra.
Thank you.
What time are you going? A little bit, yeah?
It's always there.
Is it? Yeah. I've only noticed you complain about it really for the last about 6 months, yeah?
No, it started 2 weeks ago this time.
Oh, only 2 weeks ago. I thought it was out.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
It's nothing to do with the bowels, it's endometriosis.
That's what I said. So you've actually the pain really has only been there just over 2 weeks, yeah?
Well, since I had that period I really shouldn't have had.
And that was, what, about 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I've had a conversation over the phone with the clinician,
Yeah.
and they said that it's best to go and see the gynaecologist again. But I don't want an operation, so I just put up with it, with whatever. I'm only going to have an operation if it's like 90% positive it works, otherwise it's not worth it. It wasn't so much the pain, it was the mood swings. I've never felt so.
You've been having mood swings, have you?
Well, it's really bad. I've never felt like it in my life. What I felt like 2 weeks ago.
Let's get this straight. Eugenestra, yeah?
Well, you don't have periods, Mum. So.
No, and I never had mood swings, did I be honest? You've never
I
known
don't
my
know,
mood
I didn't. I was up in Gloucestershire for a long time.
for 22 years, but
I don't know.
you're 55 years of age. You do know me, Jennifer, don't you?
Yeah, I know who you are, but obviously...
You don't know too much, no. Well, best thing to say, if I ask anything about me, say there's no comment if there isn't, you know. Don't get involved.
I live by myself, I don't really see anyone to speak to, apart from a lady in the co-op occasionally. She speaks to everyone, to be fair.
Yeah, but you've got your mobile, haven't you, and you've got your,
No,
whatever.
I'm not like that. No, I don't.
No, I'm just saying you have got a mobile if you want to speak to someone.
Well, you don't know who you're speaking to online, do you?
Well, I don't know, I've never been online, so as far as I know, I've never been given my permission to be online. Me, Jennifer hasn't.
I know, I mean...
I've never signed a contract.
No, a contract?
I don't even have a credit card, do you?
No.
No. So me, Jennifer, doesn't have a credit card, and you, Janetta, don't, do
No,
you?
I don't. think all the kids have gone back to school because I saw some in the shop this morning.
Amanda's back at school.
It's different schools.
She's been back since Monday.
I just hear people out there, like behind that bush. Imagine bus stops up there, isn't it?
You are 55, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time's going fast and a lot of people are
What?
dying. Somebody died yesterday, it's only 44. Someone's died 50 today. Wow. So I can't understand why what this is basically. It all changed for me when Dad died. I knew the truth. I knew it. But when he died, it just confirmed it.
What's that?
I mean,
Can't speak out.
just there's nothing to it, is there? There's nothing to life, really. I'm not depressed or anything like that, but I mean, it's like I'm in a cage. And I go to small places, like I'll visit you or chat to the lady in the co-op maybe once every so often. But apart from that, nothing. And these weird men coming up to me that I got rid of that guy. I still feel like in the background he might be
Who was that?
Charlie character. I keep walking around with it like wearing his black beanie hat near my window. And he's got glasses. I've lost mine for 2 months. I need to get a new pair. He used to blow smoke over my face as well. But since I ignored him, you don't making noise out there. Let them. They're listening.
I wouldn't think so. They're just.
Well, did
playing
you
about.
hear that? Bloke's voice. I'm listening. Let everybody hear it. If they want to say anything else, they're quite welcome. Because everyone's going to hear what they're saying. I told you there's people behind that bush. There's a couple of girls this morning when I went out there to get some fresh air. 2 females.
But it doesn't happen often.
No.
I mean, I live here. This is my flat, mind you. This is flat, but I don't really get any. Well, mind you, I can tolerate it, can't I?
Yeah.
I always have. Yeah. Somehow I've been able to tolerate things, but
I can't have a normal life. I can't meet somebody because I mean, I don't know if Dad was involved in it, and that's why it's going on. They're like relatives that knew Dad. Some people, but I just cannot find a real chap, a real one that is completely normal, not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and they know I'm not Dad because I'm your daughter with you, aren't I? I'm your daughter sat here. It's not Dad sat here, is it? And I know what they're doing. because they do it where I am
What's that?
and make out I'm a fella.
No, Jeanette, I don't think so.
Oh,
I really
Mum,
don't. I really don't.
Charlie was homosexual.
What? This is this man that was...
Yeah, he was a homosexual. It was blatantly obvious. Did I tell you what happened to me at Go Train?
This is in Gloucester.
No, down here.
Yeah.
The job centre sent me on a Go Train placement, and I was forced to do it. They can't do it to me anymore because I kicked up a fuss, and I wrote to my MP and everything. They were forcing me to go to things I didn't want to do. They said I was only worth being a cleaner, and I've worked in the civil service, so as a bankruptcy clerk. They just they put me down and said you're only fit to be a cleaner, basically. So they sent me to this Go Train for a computer course, and I had already done it. I already knew everything. I didn't need to go on this course, but you have to do as you're told. Otherwise they take your money off you. So we all know Dad had a work colleague, right, called Gary. It was called Gary, wasn't it? So when I was at a session once training, there was a Gary lookalike that looked like the Gary out of Brompton Barracks. And Dad used to smoke roll-ups, didn't he?
Not all the time, yeah.
Golden Virginia pouches.
Yeah, but
Samson.
that was his choice because he didn't
I'm not saying anything about his smoking. But I don't smoke.
Nor have I ever smoked. Me, Jennifer has, never.
So they sat me next to this bloke called Martin. And I was a woman. I felt very, very uneasy because I was sat next to there was men everywhere, no women. And this Martin said, "Oh, I'll go upstairs. Come upstairs with me. I'll make you a coffee." And he exposed himself in the kitchen.
Oh.
And he was wearing a lady's thong, a lady's Primark size 6 thong, and you saw it all. And he said he'd been abused in some toilets, and I didn't want to know that personal information. I didn't even know this guy. And went downstairs, and I thought, oh my God, I just don't know why I didn't do something. But you know what I mean? You don't expect that in a government training building, to be assaulted in the kitchen. So I went downstairs. I couldn't believe what he'd just done. And he left his backpack, and he went, "I've got to go to the job centre, look after my backpack." Looked after his backpack, and he come back, and I wish I'd gone. Because he dragged me to his flat. He said, "I want to look after you," he said. So he dragged me through the town centre where all the drug addicts were, and there was one that looked like my dad. Curly,
like Derek. Yeah.
Curly black hair, missing.
Derek didn't have black hair.
No, well, brownish black hair and missing teeth. You could see they were drug addicts, all of them. Dragged me through there, and he said, "I'm going to take you to McDonald's for something to eat," and he never did. Took me up to his flat, AMAC flat, which is a homeless flat, and he sexually abused me in the room. And all the staff were watching him touch me in the building. They didn't do anything. They were just sat laughing. And then this Ben Smith character, who was supposed to be my tutor, he was called Ben Smith. He wrote. I didn't want. I went to the job centre and told them I said, "I don't want to go back there. This has happened." And then they said, "Right, you don't have to go back there again." And Ben Smith wrote me a nasty letter saying, "If you don't come back to the training sessions, you'll have your money stopped." And I told him, I said, "I've gone to the job centre, I've explained certain things, and no, I'm not coming back." But I was forced to have to finish that training with that guy who I'd actually reported, and he kept waving jelly babies, he kept chatting up all the other women. I felt so awkward because Go Train had said, oh well, he won't be in when you come in, and they lied to me. He was coming in when I was in there, and him and his mates were threatening me with a noose round my neck because I told what he'd done. What was I supposed to do? But these are gay homosexual men that are exposing themselves to me, and I don't know why, because I'm a woman. And that Charlie was obviously a homosexual trying to drag me into his bedroom with builders on scaffolding laughing outside his bedroom window, and his girlfriend encouraging it. She said, why are you going in his bedroom? I said, I don't want to. I said, he's brought me back to your flat to talk to you, not to go in his bedroom. He said that his girlfriend was lonely and would need someone to talk to, and they kept trying to get me into his bedroom. And that's the last time I'm ever going to ever trust a bloke again. So I'm forced into a prison because I've had these dirty, disgusting blokes approach me. And if you tell, you're a grass, you say. I'm not a grass, I'm stopping these predators from touching other women or men or whatever they're doing. But, you know, it happens when I go to hospital appointments, doctor's appointments. Now I go to doctor's appointments because I've got something wrong with me, not because I want men or women to touch me. And it's happening everywhere. So it's just disgusting. These people, where are they coming from and who are they? Absolutely vile, disgusting people. And there's obviously someone hovering out there. I know. They don't know what I've been through. They haven't lived my life. And if they'd like to come down and discuss it, I'll discuss it with them.
Yeah, but you don't live here, so you'll be going home later on. So
Yeah, it happens where I live.
Close the door and you won't hear it, Janesta.
I know, but who are these people?
I have no idea. And that's not being...
No, but you asked me to open the door.
No, I said if you needed air, you could open me.
Yeah, and all there is louts out there. Taking the piss when I'm standing in your garden. And I'm not Derek.
No.
I'm your daughter, Janesta, I mean, you said it so many times anyway, so they must know. As if they wanted to listen, they can...
Well, they can't now. So
no, but they're quite welcome to discuss their problem. But it's everywhere I go, look. Go Train, job centre. Dirty, disgusting men trying to touch me, and because I've put a stop to it, they don't like me. But as long as they stay away, then that's cool, because I don't want them near me. And believe you me, I can defend myself if I need to. Because I'm getting a young bloke text me on Flirt Finder, right? And I'm sure that it's a drug addict with no teeth. It isn't a handsome young man that rides a bicycle either. Because it's all drugs, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I've never
well,
been
I'm at home
sort of
today because I'm disabled and I've got mental health issues, as in anxiousness and depression. But these are drug addicts. These are pestilence. These are people that just need a fix and money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be hovering outside.
Well, would you rather I didn't give you the usual money in case they approach you?
No one approaches me. I don't let anyone near me.
Oh, I see. I thought you just said...
Charlie has his money confiscated by his girlfriend because he's an alcoholic. I don't go anywhere near alcoholics and drug addicts. And you can tell one straight off. Not everybody that's got bad teeth is a drug addict. Don't get me wrong, and drug addicts are extremely thin because they don't eat or they spend money on his drugs and drink. That's why Charlie is like a skeleton. But I'm tired of people using me, and I have to live by myself. I don't have now. Why these drug addicts? Why he thought that he was probably going to get something out of me, but he hasn't. But you know, you start owing money to drug addicts, you're fucked. Excuse my French, because they won't leave you alone. You have to say no.
Do you want to try that?